Jesuit Father Roswell C. Williams was a professor of English who fell in love with broadcasting. He organized and sponsored a series of summer radio institutes, but he was particularly smitten by television and its tremendous potential for good. And he wanted his university, Creighton, to help realize that potential. Only rarely would he recall the day he pounded on the desk of the late Father Carl Reinert. It came during his plea that Creighton assist WOW in preparing to put its television station on the air. As president of Creighton, Father Reinert had many other problems to face, and Ross Williams knew that Reinert's desk was not one you pounded on. But, he would say, I knew I was right. The result was that Creighton's old auditorium was transformed into a training center and rehearsal studio for the people who many months later would be producing programs over Channel 6. When WOW's people left the campus for their own studio, television production activity continued at Creighton. They couldn't come up with the $15,000 a camera cost in those days, so Father Williams and the faculty members working with him designed a non-operational rehearsal camera that had all the flashing red lights, lenses, and cables of the $15,000 model. Dozens of students used such devices, later stepping confidently behind the real thing. But Ross Williams was not content with preparing students for careers in broadcasting. His desire to become part of broadcasting was irrepressible. On his initiative, a regular educational television series, Creighton University Presents, was launched on the new WOW-TV in 1949. Included was a program entitled In the Cavern of the Mouth. It showed the first dental operation ever televised in the United States. Earlier, an operation televised from St. Joseph's Hospital had missed only by months being another television first. Another hospital program featured a 5-day-old infant, the world's youngest television performer up to that time. In 1950, the first television program from a college of pharmacy was aired. Using the resources of the university, Father Williams produced programs for regional as well as local audiences. Pioneering programs depicted judicial trials, language instruction, and many other subjects. He produced an historical program about Edward Creighton and the telegraph. We wonder if any of those children of that day remember the German language they learned when Uncle Hans visited Frau Umscheid in a series on WOW-TV. Because this was all live television, the real drama frequently occurred right in the studio. There was the time a guinea pig died in the middle of an experiment. Studio hands saw a dignified figure in black crawl out on the set to replace the deceased quickly, while the camera discreetly panned away. Ross Williams' interest in radio accompanied his love for television. He supervised the operation of Creighton's student-staffed radio station, KOCU, throughout his years at the university. For a generation of students, his insistence on careful and consistent performance built the base for the professionalism they brought to their broadcasting careers. Father Roswell Williams thus not only helped television get started in Nebraska, he encouraged it to realize its potential through his own pioneering productions and sustained it by passing along his vision to its future leaders.